Welcome back. Well, we are now less than a month away from the November election, and early voting starts on October 21st. There are some big local races that we'll be following, and that includes the mayoral race.
Yes, which is why we are joined this morning by mayoral candidate Brian Kennedy. Brian, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thanks for having me. It's great.
Yes, absolutely. So our first question for you of the morning is, why do you feel like you want to be the next mayor of El Paso?
Well, I love being the representative from District 1, which I currently am. But I took a look at everybody that was running for mayor, and we have some progress going right now, and I think the progress could be turned back pretty quickly. And so I felt like I needed to step up and put my name in for mayor and continue the progress moving forward.
What would you say are some of your priorities if you are elected, and some of the things that you would like to change?
We are, for the first time ever, we've got 2 years in a row of no new revenue for taxes. We haven't held the line on taxes like that in the history of El Paso, so we've got that going on. Our streets are crappy, and we need to get them fixed, but we need to have a dedicated fund to do that. And I think that that's one of the things we need to do, and we need to keep getting our town more safe. Right now, crime is actually down in every single location. We have more police in the academy than ever before, but we need to keep that going, and we need to keep that plan going, and we need to hold people ethically responsible in city government.
Yeah, you're talking a little bit about public safety and the El Paso Police Department. Back in August, we did report that the police department was down to about 1,000 officers. Obviously, you know, we see El Paso continuing to grow so much, so fast. How would you better support the police department and help ease people's concerns about the shortage of El Paso police officers here?
We signed a new contract with the police department last year where we increased the pay for the newest people, the new recruits coming in. And a year and a half ago, we had 14 potential officers in the academy. The academy that just started September 9th, we have 44. This is the first year in as long as anybody can remember where we'll have 90 officers actually going onto the streets from the academies. So we have 3 academies. So this is a time where we are actually starting to turn the corner, and that's great. That means that the steps we've taken are starting to work.
Right now, the race for mayor is a crowded one. There's quite a bit of people that are running. Tell us what sets you apart from those who are running against you.
I mean, my experience, I went to law school at 59, graduated at 62, and won an international negotiation competition. And I think that negotiation is a lot about what governing is. It's trying to find a consensus and build a consensus for things. Also, I have the experience of having been in city government, having been the head of the Financial Oversight Committee. And so I bring some experience that is not necessarily in everybody else's, resume. And also, I think it comes down to who people trust when they're going in. And I think I've always told the truth, whether they liked it or not, but I've been very straightforward.
Absolutely. And you just mentioned the trust of the people, gaining that trust. Let's talk a little bit about transparency here. And obviously that is something that is extremely important to the voters who are electing the city's next mayor. How do you hope to be transparent with not only the people, but also the media like us?
Well, I'm one of the easiest people in the world to get along with as the media. They can find me whenever they want. I'm easy to find. But I will tell you that when I was head of financial oversight and made the head of financial oversight 2 years ago, we started checking what the actual elected officials were doing and making sure that they were being transparent. We're now moved on to the people that do business with the city to make sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to, and we give those reports publicly. We put those reports out, we talk about them in public, which is something that needs to continue to be done. And we need to be available to the media. When the media reaches out, we need to answer that phone call. That's why everybody's got my cell phone.
Thank you, Brian. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I think that this is a very critical time in El Paso. We've started some progress, we've got to keep it going. And it really comes down to a lot of people have a vision for El Paso, but I actually have a plan. And having a plan is better. And I've got a plan on how we can move it forward and how we can actually renovate downtown and make it a walkable downtown. And that doesn't cost tens of millions of dollars.
Awesome. Brian, thank you so much. We really appreciate you talking with us today.
Thanks for taking time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't forget to early vote.